We're going to see how this works. We're going to go through a little bit of it, and then we're going to switch into the scratching mode. So can I? That's good? Yeah? All right. So we're going to try to do some of this transferring. It may be kind of shoddy. You're probably going to still have to work off of your original, but let's see how far we get. So I'm just going to go over and do some of this head area in here and see what we can get. Again, it may require you to do a few different takes, and I am trying to apply a lot of pressure. So this part, obviously, you're probably not going to do on your little piece of paper, but I just wanted to see how this technique works, seeing as how you guys are guinea pigs. Totally forgot to buy chalk when I was out this weekend shopping, and I just decided, it'll work. And we're going to go right into that neckline and see if we can get some of this good stuff.
Are you applying very little pressure with your...
I am applying a lot of pressure, actually, with this.
We're not really worried about denting the paper with this, are we?
No, we're not really concerned about that at all. You will be denting the page. There'll be no way really around that. But you're going to scrape it off, so that's okay. Right in there and get that other side of the nose. Fantastic. Just trying to get some larger shapes. I can draw in the rest. All right, so moment of truth. What did we get? Which way? This way. Sorry. Okay, so it's messy. It's messy. There's a lot of mess, but there is a head that I can follow over there. Hard to see. So let's clean up everything around it. So I've got a damp cloth, and this is how you're going to clean your boards for the final as well. So I'm literally just getting rid of all of that chalk I don't want.
All this chalk.
Yeah, that was all chalk. That's the only thing on the back here is some steal it from the classroom you can find it in. That's what that is.
Put on such decency, Stephanie.
Yeah, I really do, don't I? All right. I'm hoping Humber doesn't mind if we borrow from them. All right, so I've got a little bit of a head there. That works for me. Clean up some of this other junk that's around here.
So, sorry, you said that was damp, right? That's not going to smudge the ink?
No ink on the page. No ink on my hand. Look, Mom, no ink. Okay, so no, it's absolutely fine. It's very, like, a little bit of water, though, on this guy. Very little bit of water. So you don't need a lot. I mean, as you can see, I even have a dry area still in here. You don't need a lot to get rid of the stuff. It's chalk. It comes off easily. If you're wondering what this lovely streak is, this was me attempting to do graphite and seeing if I could erase it afterwards. No. No is that answer. No, you cannot use graphite. Can't see it in there. Anyways, you guys can come up after and check it out. There's a big streak running down here, which is very unsightly.
Well, when I did Scratchboard in high school, that's what they told us to do, was draw it on here first and then scratch it out.
Yep. And we're going to do that, but I don't want you guys to have to use graphite because really you can't erase it. It's pretty much on there. You get these weird streaky lines. And maybe that was the eraser I was using, but...
You use like a gum eraser to get them off?
That's what I was using, yeah. No. So I'll try it again. I'll see if it works any better. As of right now, not working so great. Okay, so let me show you some of these sharp, pointy things I have to scratch with. So right in here, these are nibs, as you probably remember from the project you've just done for me. By the way, how'd that go, guys? Ink project, Monster?
Oh, yeah.
Good? Good?
I love that project.
Okay, all right. Very good. So with these guys, with these nibs, I am just using a crow quill like we just did with the ink project. This blade that I already have in here, that is a Scratchboard blade. It costs about $1.39. That's another one right here, is an actual Scratchboard blade. And then these guys are just crow quill nibs. So if I was to do black ink, I would use these guys, but you can also use them to scratch. I've come to love this one right here. It's sort of a pointed, kind of a beveled edge. on this one. Very nice to work with, very sharp implements, quite nice. So some of the sharp things I have are right there. Other ones that I've got, this guy here, this is actually a potter's tool that I have used a whetstone right here, and I've just sort of done this on it to sharpen it up a bit, because it was sort of a dull sort of a thing. It's supposed to be used for a pokey, not a scratchy. So we're going to turn it into a scratch tool, and now I have, ow, a very big. Yeah, it could be deadly. All of these implements can be deadly, so be ginger. Yeah, a dart would work. If you go to the bar this weekend, steal the darts. Okay. All right. So here we have again, potter's tool, double-sided, so a little bit more freedom there, 2 sides. Oh. Oh, yes. All right, sexy time with potter's tool. So again, just whetstone, and this one took a little bit of a long time because it had these round nubs on the bottom. Again, more for poking than scratching. Curry's. Yep, potter's tools. They were a little bit more expensive. They were between $3 and $5. Yeah, because they are potter's tools. And then tried, tested, and true. This will work every time for you. Is it an X-Acto? You can get that at the bookstore. What's the price on that?
That's like $3 or $4.
$4 or $5 for an X-Acto blade. And that you can actually get at the bookstore. So they all work very well. I have some other tools over here that I'll introduce you to very quickly. Paintbrush. Paintbrush is not for actually painting in anything like chalk or anything like that. It's actually for when and if you make a boo-boo. This is India ink on top. This is what this black coating is. And it's over top of China white clay. So when you scrape it off, you end up with this white stuff coming through, and that's the China white clay. Sometimes you gouge a little bit too hard. And this is what this is for. So you're just going to grab your dark India ink, dip your brush into it, and just gingerly paint back in that black area. It's that easy. And I'll try to make a nice boo-boo to show you guys.
How long do you have to wait after you apply? Like, should you just go right away?
Wait until it's dry and then wait a couple minutes more, just to be safe. You may also run into an issue, and I did on that robot head over there. The head got very messed up, many boo-boos, because I was trying out many implements before they were at peak sharpness. So that is something to be mindful of. Things better be sharp before you attack your board with them. What I did in that case, because even going over the India ink boo-boo mixture that I had made, I couldn't get the same fine lines that I could in the beginning. So instead, what I did over the weekend is I purchased a white ink. And this is another way of working around your mistakes if you have them. So crow quill, handy, bit of white ink in there, and obviously with having the white clay underneath, if you make a boo-boo and you can't go back into it with scratchy tools, feel free to use some white ink. White ink. There we go. White ink will work well. Thank you very much. Just dip your crow quill in and paint back in the line strokes that you were looking for with your scratching tool. Again, I'll try to make a boo-boo so that I can show you guys how to use that. What I've done here is I've just put in the head area. I'm not going to be doing the whole thing for you guys right now. If we want to do more after, I can continue with it. The only thing is, for you guys, when you're doing your transfer, don't do as I have done, where I have lifted up already, and I'm about to start in with you guys, and I don't have a fully transferred drawing. That's going to hurt you later. It's going to make you mad at me and mad at Scratchboard if you lift it up before you're done transferring. So what I would have done is made sure that this was really stuck down very good on all edges at the bottom here, done an entire tracing of the thing, and then lifted it up. I'm going to have a hell of a time trying to get alignments back later, but that's okay. That's what demos are all about.